Stephen, we went through your calls on treasuries. How do you view emerging market debt? So this is kind of, I guess you have to differentiate the countries that went through structural reforms and the ones that didn't.
Well, the valuations are what work in EM, and it's in terms of the real yield we were talking about just now. Look at the real yield compared to DM, and look at the real yield adjusted for risk. Look at how many central banks are still more on the easing path than on the tightening path. Look at the inflation rates in places like India with a one handle. Who would have thought that? So you have quite a sweet spot for EM here. And when we look across the fixed income sectors, it's fair to say that investment grade credit could be rather tight in a number of regions. But EM local rates, not so much the hard currency, really starting to offer value. And there's been offering value all year. So we're not giving up on this trend. We think that investors have underinvested in EM local rates, and there's more to go.
How does the U.S. dollar adjust to the EM dynamics? I mean, this has been an undercurrent this week on surveillance. Do you buy the new strong dollar rally, and what does it mean for that EM trade?
I think that's a very good point, because most EM strategists and investors will be scared about a strong dollar. The question is the dollar move just some kind of bump into year end? Is it a liquidity move? I mean, there's evidence in the basis markets and repo markets that there's some sort of squeeze going on. Japanese banks have been paying 4% for dollars in the basis market. So this happens towards year end, and we've got one eye on December now. So it's fair to say that the dollar could go up for some kind of technical reason for the next few months. But the longer term story is really down. And as an investor, you should be looking at the latter. You should be looking at a weaker dollar trend, not some kind of start of a secular bull run for the dollar. So as an investor, I would say don't worry about any temporary spike in the dollar.